Picture right here, right? We have structures, we have trees, we have roads, right? Second picture. We don't have structures, we have trees, and we have roads. But what is very interesting to look at is as the buildings are completely incinerated, there's trees all around that, right? And then some of the cars aren't burnt in the parking lot at all, right? But here's another telltale sign. Look at the roads. There's no evidence of fire jumping or traveling at all. So by evaluation of this picture, one can deduct very quickly that this was not a forest fire and it wasn't winds that drove it. They're saying the hurricane winds drove it. This is absolutely not true.
This is Maui. Look at the millionaires and billionaires beachfront properties untouched. This was a massacre, an act of terrorism to clear away the ordinary people of Maui inland. Absolutely this, that we're not trying to find out who these people are.
Another friend reached out who's in Maui and was telling me that the victims are being told by their insurance companies that their properties that burned were actually violating city code and will not be rebuilt. So an act of war, an act of nature, whatever it may be that took place in this area, is now violating city code, and their insurance company is deciding not to cover it. Interesting that they were able to obtain an insurance policy to begin with if it was not within the city code. So then what is the point of insurance? If insurance is there to cover you in case an accident or something occurs, then what would be the point of having it if it doesn't cover you if that accident or incident occurs? These are questions we have to ask about this whole scenario and the entire thing in which is happening.
Some of the things that's already been happening is realtors are calling families who lost everything, offering them to buy their property and their home for pennies on the dollar, just pennies on the dollar. So it's pretty offensive to us that people won't even give us the time to grieve properly. And people's mental health has been diminished in all of this. They've lost everything. People have lost family members. And for them to have that disrespect to come in and already try and buy things up is out of control.
What Governor Josh Green had to say, along with the FEMA director, about preserving Lahaina moving forward.
I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land. I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land. I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing, to put it back into families, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity as a memorial to people who were lost. We want this to be something that we remember after the pain passes as a magic place. And Lahaina will rebuild. The tragedy right now is the loss of life. The buildings can be rebuilt over time. Even the banyan tree may survive. But we don't want this to become a cleared space where then, yes.
Why can't we pull energy out of thin air?
No matter where you go around the world, reducing our impact on the environment and decreasing our dependence on fossil fuels is on everyone's mind. But how do you do it in a way that's going to benefit the most people? That was the question Hitachi asked before initiating the Jump Smart Maui project. This initiative demonstrates how electric vehicles, smart grids, and renewable energy like wind and sun can benefit Maui's residents, and it underlines the positive impact that Hitachi is making on the environment.
It's our future.